In a market defined by uncertainty, where every second counts, one opportunity can change everything. Are you ready to make your move? The time is now! Welcome to the Dream is Real podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to the Dream is Real podcast. Today we are going to dive deep into the world of credit. But before we begin, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss an episode. Today we are gathered here with a returning guest. Her name is Rachel Yakabov with Credit Lift LLC. Rachel, welcome back to the show. How has it been?
I'm happy to be back. Thank you. Everything's been great.
That's good. So for everybody who has missed the podcast the last time you was here, tell us a little bit, like, who's Rachel and how did you get involved with credit repair?
So I got involved with credit repair because I was a victim of somebody that used my credit. And I had no idea how to fix it, but I was introduced to an attorney that basically is now a mentor and helps me with all the legalities that come with being a consumer.
Wow. Okay. So you mentioned you've been a victim before.
Yes, I have.
Right. How does that personal experience help you with your clients today?
Because everybody that calls me and contacts me, I'm very personal with them. I understand the situations that they're in. I understand that life happens, and I'm able to connect with them and make them understand that these are just, what's the word I would use? It's just temporary. It's not permanent. It's something that we can work together to fix and find a solution for.
Okay. So when you was going through this battle yourself, right? What was the most frustrating lie that you heard from the credit repair companies? Or not credit repair, but from the credit companies?
The creditors themselves, they're not helpful. They just want their money back, but they don't, you have to wing it, and you have to find the help, and you have to take a chance and see, what's the word I would use? Dive right in. Sometimes you just have to dive right in and take a leap of faith that the person that you're talking to really wants to help you.
Right.
Don't believe what creditors say. They're working for the other side. I always tell people, when they come to me and when they've worked with somebody else and they didn't like what happened to them, or they went to consolidation companies, like I had a client yesterday. They took my money, they didn't do anything, they disappeared, they stopped working, they dropped me as a client. And I asked them all these personal questions, and I always write everything down because there's a lot of clients and I want to know how I can help them and be personal to them. And I always say, look at reviews, read reviews. If you're reading a lot of good reviews, like real people are writing it, when there's like fake reviews or just real reviews, they're accredited by the Better Business Bureau. It has to just make sense, and you have to take a leap of faith. When they're telling you, hey, listen, we're offering you a payment arrangement and we're not charging for a consultation, and we want to know first where you stand before we even give you any information, that's somebody that you want to work with. That way you know that they're working, you feel comfortable paying, and you see the results that you're looking for.
Okay. So does having those battle scars make you more aggressive?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely, because when I know a client has a great case, or I can definitely help them, I'm very passionate and I speak passionately about it. And they're like, okay, we love you. Like, we want to work with you. We want you to handle everything. Tell us what you need. And I'll be like, listen, hold your mail. Let me know every time you get a text message, an email, a piece of mail, and I'll get you to where you need to be. But you have to listen. You have to want to be able to learn. You have to, if you're not a follower, unfortunately, you'll have to follow. Just for me to get you where you need to be. And you'll see that you'll learn why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Right.
I've saved some people from $10,000 in debt, $1,000, and then they're like, "Oh, I haven't seen a change. I'm getting very nervous." Well, did you not see that you had new late payments? Did you see that you're not paying your debt? I got you up to 600, and now you're at 48. You're telling me you didn't see the difference? Like, you have to make it make sense.
Right. So if someone they want to buy a house, say in the next 90 days, right? And they come to you, what's the number one thing that they should stop doing with their credit cards immediately?
Stop spending. Stop spending. Stop applying for credit cards. Deal with what you have. Work on paying it down because that needs time to update.
Right.
And if I'm a person, I don't have cash, right? But I know how to leverage my credit. Because let's say for me, myself, it took me a long time, but in credit cards, I'm worth maybe about 200,000, right? Okay. But I know how to leverage it. But if you're worth maybe, let's say $10,000, you're very struck with what you can do. You have to make sure that that debt is less than 50%. So you can see a difference in your score. Even 30% can make a huge difference for you just because you're limited with what you have.
Right.
So you might want to be very cautious of what you're spending. And if you are spending, make sure it's below 30% or 50%. Just depends on whatever else you have, maybe a car, or maybe you already have a mortgage. Just be very cautious of what you're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, ask for help.
Right. Okay, so question for you. Those buy now, pay laters, like Klarna and Affirm, do those hurt with a mortgage deal?
It doesn't hurt, but it also cannot help. Okay. Why do I say that? Because if you don't know what you're doing with them, I have a client right now. She has Klarna. I guess she bought tickets for a concert. And I'm like, well, why is your credit so low? And I'm looking at it. Why do you have Klarna? Well, I didn't pay it. Well, why didn't you pay it? Because I didn't even go to the concert and I was trying to get reimbursed. Well, why didn't you take care of that when you didn't go to the concert or you didn't get the ticket? Something was a mix up in there.
Right.
They can really hurt you quick. But it can also be helpful if you are paying them on time. What I would have done was if I see that it's about to be late, I would have still paid it and then fought for a refund. Or I would have fought them hard and said, listen, I didn't go to the concert because I didn't get the concert ticket.
Right.
And I would have held it head on. She let it go for like 90 days.
Oh.
Why are you waiting for me to tell you to do something? You obviously are here paying great money to fix your credit.
Yeah.
Why would you let that happen? I have Affirm's issues, but they're older. Klarna is more the new thing right now, and people they don't know what they're doing. Oh, I got approved. Okay, you have to realize you have to pay it, right? And if there's a situation like this, you have to go head on and fix it beforehand. And if they're not going to fix it, don't put yourself and incriminate yourself for a 30-day late. Pay it and then handle it later. You will get refunded, obviously. It's all credit.
Yeah.
You have a security there, but you have to keep all the evidence and fight for it.
Right.
People just let it slip. You can't let it slip.
Just push the mail to the side.
You can't be doing that. You can't put the mail to the side. You can't throw out the mail. You have to hold everything if you know that you're planning to fix your credit. The worst thing that you can do, and in my office, it's the number one thing. Don't throw out your mail. Don't throw out your emails. Delete them. Don't erase text messages. If it says it's an attempt to collect the debt, keep it. Put it on the side. Bag and tag.
If someone has a $0 balance but closes an old card to clean up their report. That same card, right? But they want to close it to clean up the report.
That doesn't clean up the report.
Okay.
It doesn't clean up the report. Just leave it. If you don't plan on using that card, the worst thing that you can do as a consumer is close it, because then it's going to say closed by not the creditor, but by the consumer. It's not good. Let them close it. God forbid, in the future, you're going to need that card again. They're going to be like, well, you closed it. Why would we give it back to you?
Right.
As opposed to them closing and be like, why did you close it? I need it. You have a very high chance of getting it back. But you'd have to, again, reapply.
Gotcha. Okay. So what is the one illegal tactic that debt collectors are using right now that our listeners need to be aware of?
I've had quite a few. I feel like the most harshest one is that they'll say, leave your credit card on file. You have to pay the debt. It's yours. And my clients already know, tape the phone call. But they're saying that it's an old, the statute of limitations already went through. So why are you asking for us to leave a credit card on file? That's super illegal.
So are you referring to a credit card on file?
Yeah,
so leave they're paying for that one.
Yeah, like have the client pay. And I'm like, why? We catch that all the time. And that alone in and out of itself, because it's Indians. It's like they have third-party facilitators do it. And you can see the person has an accent, and then the manager also has it's not the right way to do it. And they're very aggressive about it. Like, listen, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you're representing. You can't be asking me for a credit card on file. I'm not giving it. Stop contacting me. The moment you say stop contacting me and you're taping the phone call and they're still contacting you, violation.
Wow.
Seize all contact.
Awesome information.
Very good information. Listen,
Awesome.
the best thing that you can do is, again, save your mail and tape phone calls.
Yeah. My mother just actually had a call the other day where they asked her to leave a credit card on file. Oh, we're not going to use it. Well, we're going to just hold it on file. The minute she hung up, 5 minutes later, they charged her card.
That's the biggest BS I ever heard of.
5 minutes
But
later.
that is illegal.
Yep.
That is super illegal. And that's a very great way where I get my attorney involved and be like, hey, listen, X, Y, and Z happened. What are we going to do? Did she tape the phone call? No. So there's nothing I can do.
All right. All right. So let's shift a little bit into like the market. Okay. So since the last time you were here, what's the biggest shift that you've seen how banks are looking at credit scores?
How banks are looking at credit scores. A lot of the laws change. I think Freddie and Fannie, I think they don't look at credit scores anymore below 620. They're looking at how you pay your rent. Is that, if I read that right? Their laws have changed. I don't think that a lot of these programs, they changed the way that they're looking at credit. But in my case, I mean, I think the biggest issue that I've had was student loans.
Right.
People are just getting into default and they're coming after them. They stopped, they started, the government stopped and started how they were collecting it. But that's been one of the biggest issues, that we had to take a lot of student loans out of default. I get one at least a day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but with the market, I know that's the only thing I know about Freddie and Fannie, that they stopped below 620. They look at how you paid your rent the whole time, as opposed to looking at the credit. Besides that, I don't want to incriminate myself and say something wrong, but I think that's frankly it.
Okay.
There were so many changes in the government, shutdowns, and it affected everybody.
Yeah.
How they pay, how they get paid, what they can afford to do. There was that guy that was working at the hot dog stand. I don't know if you saw that. One government worker, because he couldn't go to work.
Oh, okay.
He just walked outside of his office and he was like working the hot dog stand. It was in a suit. It was really funny.
All right. So we're hearing a lot about, like you just said, lenders looking at rent and utility payments, which is, I guess, the Vantage Score 4.0?
3.0.
3.0. Okay. So is that actually helping clients, or is that just a hype?
It is a hype, but it's actually also helpful, because for me, I can explain to them, hey, listen, you're not really at 700s. Take about 30, 40 points off. But now we know where you are and we know that you're not ready. But this is what we can do to get you ready, because these are your problems and this is what we have to do. So you'll see the shift in your score as we're working on fixing that. And then we'll get you in that average scenario. And I'm usually on point with that when a lender or broker or an agent actually runs the credit, it's on point. We just have to make sure that we cross all our T's and dot all our I's, and make sure that there's an equilibrium in that algorithm between usage and between negative items that are going to be settled,
Right.
and taken off, that the score will look a lot better.
Wow. Okay. All right. So are the banks getting tighter with their requirements, do you think?
I think it just depends what bank you go to. You go to the higher end banks like Bank of America and Citibank and TD Bank, yes.
Okay.
When you go to direct lenders, it's a little bit different. We have a little bit more, well, not we, but they have a little bit more leeway, as I see, because I get clients from all over. So it's just a matter of requirements.
Okay. So for that person that is stuck in the 500s, right? How fast can Credit Lift process getting them into a position to qualify for a loan?
I get this question all the time, and I can't even answer it. I'll tell you why, because I don't know what that client has on their credit.
Right.
I don't know what they have. They could just have high balances, and that's what's causing the 500. But then they can also have negative items on their credit. What is causing that 500? I have to do a consultation. I have to see what the client walks in with, and then I can give you a time frame. That's the right way to do it.
Right. You don't want to get that time frame.
I don't want to get anybody upset. Well, that's not what you said. No. Let's get on the phone. Let's look at the credit. Let's look at the damage. You can get in a car accident. The cars are all different makes and models. The damage is all different. The cost to fix those damages are all different. You can't do it. You have to go through an appraisal.
Yeah.
Same thing. I have to appraise the credit and then let you know what we have to do to fix it.
Okay, so what's the difference between credit repair and credit building?
Well, credit building, that just tells me you have no credit. And then we got to build you and we have to put some meat on the bones. But credit repair is more like you have damage and we have to fix it.
Okay.
But I do it all. I do it absolutely all of it. Oh, can we put a trade line on my name? Be like, okay, let me see your credit. Let me even see if it's worth it for you. It's a lot of money. You have to rent it per month. It's like you're renting a suit. You have to pay for it per month that you're renting it out. So here is it worth it for you? And then I look at the credit. It's definitely not worth it for you. Definitely not. You have all these negative items. You think you're going to jump up 100 points just because you're renting somebody's credit? No.
And you say you do both. You do credit repair and credit building.
Absolutely. I have parents that worked with me and then they give me their kids that are going off to college.
Yeah.
I get it all the time.
Okay. All right. And do you need both to get into a house?
Which part?
Okay, so you would need to repair the credit to get a better credit.
Right.
And then also if you don't have credit, you got to build it
Absolutely.
in order to get that good credit score to get into a house.
100%.
Okay. All right. So the person is listening right now and they feel hopeless, right? Maybe they're in a bankruptcy from the past, or what's the one thing that you would warn them about, right? About their future in real estate?
That nothing in life is permanent. Just because you're hopeless now doesn't mean you're going to be hopeless tomorrow. If you have the right team and the right guidance and the right support system with the right help, you can definitely get where you want to be. It's not going to be forever.
Right.
I tell divorced couples all the time, hey, listen, it's bad today. You guys hurt each other, but we can fix it and it's not going to be forever. You will get over your divorce and you'll get over the financials and you'll get over the dollar signs and the numbers on your credit, and we can make it better. And it always happens that way. As long as you stick to what the plan is. You have to make a plan and you have to do your side and I'll do my side and we'll work together to get you where you need to be. So nothing in life is permanent.
Is that harder working with the divorced one?
I only get one. I usually get one
fighting?
couple. I don't get both of them. So I
Okay.
get the husband or the ex-husband or the ex-wife. So, but sometimes I get like, I'm going to send my ex-wife to you. Okay. It's just, are you cordial or are you not cordial? It all depends.
Okay.
Different scenarios, different situations, different numbers, just different credit reports. That's why I don't like to say much on the first conversation. Let me see what you have. You go to the doctor, I have a sore throat. When you come in, it's not just a sore throat, it's strep.
Yeah.
You have to be seen. I have to see it. And then I'm going to say, no, it wasn't that apparently. Now it's this. Well, that's not what you said on the phone. I hate those conversations because I don't want to put myself in that situation. But then again, you also lose clients. Well, how much do you charge? Let me see what you have.
Right.
Maybe you have $100 problem. Maybe you have a $1,000 problem. Maybe you have a $3,000 problem. I can't tell you. I'm like my friend. I have to see it.
Yeah, you got to review it. Yeah. Okay. So, Rachel, thank you so much for coming back again.
Absolutely.
It's always a pleasure having you here. For those that are listening, how can I get in touch with you? How can I get to use your services?
So I am on creditlifllc.com. All my information is on there. I'm hoping that maybe you can attach a business card. I'll provide it. Maybe you guys still have it.
Definitely.
My office number, my cell phone number. My cell phone is the best way to do it, 917-440-8378. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on LinkedIn. It's very easy for you to get in contact with us. We're also accredited by the Better Business Bureau. We're on Google. We try very hard to help our clients, and I don't even think I have a bad review. Just because I don't lie to people. I am as realistic as they get. I like to be as open as possible. I get very personal with my clients. I want them to understand, again, that nothing in life is permanent, that we can fix everything as long as we work together and we stick to the plan.
Right. We love it. We always love it. So once again, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Dream is Real podcast. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe so you never miss another episode. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Dream Select Realty, on X at Dream Select Home. You can go to our website at dreamselectrealty.com. If you want to be a guest, you got an interesting story to tell, you can always reach out to us at hometeam@dreamselectrealty.com. And until next time, remember, the dream is real.